I gotta disagree on this one. America was fueled by hate long before Trump came into office.
I gotta ask you a question. I do not I can't trust Obama. I have read about him, and he's an Arab. He is not. No.
No, ma'am. He's a decent family man, citizen that I just happen to have disagreements with on fundamental issues, and that's what this campaign is all about. He's not. Thank you.
That was back in 2008. George Bush was still the president at that time. Hatred was at the forefront of American politics then and still is today. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
David Axelrod says at least one powerful Republican was personally disrespectful to Obama.
Said to him, we don't really think you should be here, but the American people thought otherwise, so we're going to have to work with you.
But America, we know that bias remains. Whether you are black or white or Hispanic or Asian or Native American or of Middle Eastern descent, we have all seen this bigotry in our own lives at some point.
It was one of 7 church fires in the South just days after 9 people in Charleston were shot dead as they prayed. Houses of worship here have been targeted since the Civil War.
Do you think it was a racist attack?
I believe it was. I think it was specifically a group that hate. I don't know if they are attached to a larger group or not, but you still have people in this community and throughout the nation who are unwilling to lay down their prejudices.
Hey, you look at the in this country, what do they want? They want people to come from Africa. The Mexicans want people, they stick up for their own kind. The Mexicans want more Mexicans here. It's that way.
There's all black colleges, there's all black churches, and nobody complains. But if whites have all white college, all white church, they're racist.
I think it comes from a history of the fact that they had to, because of segregation, they had to establish their own schools and churches. Yeah, African Americans.
Well, that's true. And everybody got along good back then.
Sorry, say that again.
The segregation, everybody got along good.
Look back in 2016 when Colin Kaepernick started kneeling during the national anthem. He was protesting to bring awareness to racial injustice, police brutality, and systemic oppression. And this is the response he got from the racists of America.
It was something that was really just a personal decision where, I didn't agree with what was going on.
Colin, how dare you sit there and blame white people for the problems of minority communities? After all, aren't you half white? Didn't 2 white parents adopt you after yours weren't willing to raise you?
Did Donald Trump use America's long history of hatred and racism to gain support? Absolutely. Are we worse off now after Trump? Absolutely. But don't confuse Trump and the GOP's tactics for being the reason why America is filled with hate. It was around before Trump and will be around long after him. Stance Grounded put it best in a recent tweet. Racism is so American that when you protest it, people think you're protesting America.